What's up, everyone? We are back yet again for day 3. We are on the third day, you all, of the M3 Creator Challenge. If you are rocking with us for your first time out of the last 3 days, then you are catching us on the back end. You definitely want to go back and listen to day 1 and also day 2 so that you're able to pick up on all the jewels that myself, Julian Smartrimple, King Jewelz, and also our co-founder of the Prosperity Jewel Summit and co-host Felipe Ronhell, what we were able to dissect on this M3 Content Creator Challenge, which took place April 11th through the 13th. And so today we are going to be touching on mastering your mission for day 3. Day 2, we touched on the importance of mastering your message. And day 1, we started off with mastering your mindset. We talked about the importance of mastering your mindset. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring up our co-host and also co-founder of the Prosperity Jewel Summit, Felipe Ronhell, who we're going to go ahead and get started for day 3. Make sure you share this content with someone you know that can benefit from it. And also feel free to click the link that we're putting in our comment section right now to join our content creator exclusive community that we have for content creators, so that you can stay in tune to find out dates and also updates about the next content creator challenge. And so let's go ahead and bring Felipe up here too, so y'all can definitely meet Felipe. Felipe, you ready, bro, for day 3, man?
Man, I'm ready. I am ready. I hope everyone who's been following us these last couple of days, uh, you are literally taking action and getting the impartation we're trying to share with you to help you become that content creator, business owner that can create the impact for your audience, for your community, and for your niche. I'm super excited for today because understanding your why behind what you do is key, especially when you're trying to build a global business. I know yesterday we talked about mastering your message, and Julian dropped some gems, understanding how to create your message, not only to be able to share with others, but understand what you say and how you say it needs to be specific to your audience so that you can attract them. So I hope y'all are ready for day 3, baby.
Absolutely. Like y'all heard Felipe said, it's time to go. It's time all systems go. Shout out to our wisdom audience that's getting exclusive access to day 3 of our content creator M3 challenge, and also on IG Live, those who are getting exclusive access to ask any questions for our day 3 segment. If you have any questions, we will leave time at the end for live Q&A and talking about the importance of mastering your mission. And so I'm going to go ahead and kick us off as we get ready to start day 3, you all, of the last day. Let's go ahead and get started for today's segment. And so we are going to be talking about the importance of mastering your mission, you all. And so, for those that have been tracking with us, you already know that we started off again day 1 with mastering your mindset, day 2 with mastering your message, and now we are on day 3, which is the importance of mastering your mission. And so, when it comes to mastering your mission, first and foremost, we already introduced ourselves as myself, Julian Smartrimple, King Jewelz, and you also heard from Felipe Ronhell. You can definitely follow us on IG at myself, King, KingJewelz, Speaks, Speaks, and you can follow Felipe Ronhell at _RANGEL.FELIPE, Ronhell.Felipe on IG. to definitely follow us in our content creators journey too. And so we already, like we said, mastered the mindset. We've already mastered the message, and today we're going to be mastering your mission for content creation. And so when it comes to our mission, the way I would like to start off this day's segment is we have to know the mission statement of our content creation and also of us being a content creator. So we have to think about us like a business, like an entity, like literally we're founders of a Fortune 500 company that is literally a startup. So when we think of our content creation similar to a business, we have to know that we need a mission statement. Just like a business has a mission statement, just like a startup, they have to have a calling or a mission that they're able to follow. And so when it comes to a mission statement, your mission statement should be purpose driven. I repeat again, your mission statement must be purpose driven. Make sure that you are having a purpose driven mission when you're creating content. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know why you are creating content, what is the reason for wasting your time? Literally, I'm gonna let that breathe. What is the reason for wasting your time? You're gonna be putting in a lot of time and a lot of energy, a lot of sacrifice, even to create your content. And so, if you don't have a mission statement behind what is my reason for doing this and why should I continue, you're gonna stop. You're gonna literally quit. You're going to give up because you never had a mission from the beginning. And so, what is your mission statement? Some of us may have a personal mission statement. If we have enough time, I may read off my personal mission statement. But this is a vital piece towards establishing successful content creation. You must have a mission that is purpose driven. Number two, you also must have a vision statement. Your vision statement should explain how you will accomplish your mission. And so, this is, for example, i.e., what tools are you going to use to make your mission become a reality? What audience are you targeting for your content creation, etc., etc., etc.? Of course, we know a vision statement isn't going to be super long, like we see some people having long, drawn out vision statements for their company or for their organization. But you got to be short and crisp. We already went through the importance of knowing your audience yesterday on day 2. And also on day 1, Felipe hit the nail on the head with the importance of having the right mindset to start your content creation journey first. But you need to also know what is your vision statement? What is your mission statement? Make sure, again, to recap, the vision is explaining what you will accomplish with your mission. Your mission statement is literally describing what is the reason I am doing this. How am I going to do this content creation? Because it has to be a purpose behind it, a why behind it. So those who are listening on Wisdom, I know we already had some that were trying to speak directly with us. We're going to leave some time for Q&A just so we can answer as many questions as we can. So stay rocking with us. We're definitely going to be bringing some people onto the stage shortly to answer and to also let you discuss any content creation questions or even to share some content creation tips with us. But to start us off, know your mission, know your vision statement. Also, just like any business that's going to be outlasting the test of time, you have to have values. You have to know, what do you stand for? What are your values? How are you going to uphold the integrity of your content creation? How are you going to uphold the character of your exclusive or diverse content creation? And so, questions that I want you to consider when you are determining what is your mission for your content? Does it help or hurt people? I'm gonna repeat that one. Does your mission for creating content, does it help or does it hurt people? Number two, a question that you want to answer. Is it self-gratifying? We just saw that Facebook and Meta released, especially on IG, the blue check verification, where before it was mainly for individuals that were having their account that was being hacked and they wanted to let their followers know that it was their legitimate page versus a counterfeit or one of those scam pages, so that their followers wouldn't get scammed out of money or out of different services that the scammers were providing. But now Mark Zuckerberg, he done made it literally monetizing monetizing service to get blue check verified on IG. And so we've all heard that there's tons of people that are in literally the blue check verification process right now, or they've already been verified, but they're paying a monthly fee, a subscription fee. They're paying a fee in order to have that blue check, in order to be validated. A lot of times we may look at that as being self-gratifying, because if you're not literally 100,000 followers in on IG, if you're not someone who's a macro influencer versus someone who is just starting under 5,000 followers and you're a micro influencer, then what's the point? You're just doing it for the cap. Like all of my students say, you're doing it for the clout. You're doing it for the cap. You're capping out here in these Meta, in these IG streets. So you have to know what your content. Are you capping with your content? Are you just trying to have it be self-gratifying for you, or is it actually going to be helping someone? Number three, a question that you want to answer for yourself. Is it controversial content that I'm creating? Every mission when it comes to content creation has to know, are you going to be ruffling some feathers? I'm going to let that breathe for a second. Are you someone that is going to be confrontational with your content? Or are you just going to literally walk on eggshells? Are you going to literally have people want to toss or throw the table at you after they see your content on IG, on Facebook, on YouTube, on your website, on your blog post, on IG? Literally, there's tons of controversial content out there. So you have to know, is that going to be your content? The other fourth question that you want to answer, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. Is it faith or religious based or focused? Is your content going to be faith or religious based? Is it going to be a religious tone to your content? Are you going to have it faith led or faith driven? Whether you're a believer in Yeshua, like myself and many others who consider themselves to be followers of Yah, or are you someone that is of a different faith, or you may even be agnostic or atheist? So you have to know, is there going to be some of your content that may touch in that faith or religious space, because you may attract that faith or religious audience. And so you need to know, is your content going to stand up to the value of faith or religious based? And then last but not least, you have to know this question most importantly. Does it educate, inform, or inspire others for change? Matter of fact, let's add that keynote nugget to the end of that. Does it educate, inform, or inspire others to change or for change? So if your content is not educating others, if it's not informing others, if it's not inspiring others, then what is the point? How is it going to separate from others that are educating their content audience, that are informing or that are inspiring their followers or their content audience? Because that's really why people create content. I'm someone that watches YouTube channels all the time in the morning just to get juiced up for the day, from either motivational speakers like Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, or listening to some musicians do their thing on a song. So you may even go onto YouTube or go onto IG to be inspired or to be educated or to be informed. And so some people may even go on to get some laughs to feel the joy come back into their lives, because we may be going through a dark period in our life. And so content, it is going to inspire us at the end of the day. It is going to educate us or inform us. And so make sure that we keep that in mind. You have to know what is your value of your content. And then last but not least, you have to be able to determine, before I toss the ball over to Felipe to finish today's segment, is your content going to be global focused or is it going to be local focused? Basically, are you going to want to target a local audience that's in your country, that's in your state? Or are you going to want to target a global audience, a more diverse audience that's in different countries and different time zones, that may be seeing your content the next day, where it's at on the East Coast or the Eastern Hemisphere, versus us who live in the US, we're on the Western Hemisphere. It's okay to be local. There's tons of content creators and there's tons of influencers that have more of a local audience versus a global audience, but you need to be able to determine where do you want your content to be housed. Even if you're on YouTube, even if you're on social media with your content, you can still see and also determine the analytics of where your followers or where your viewers are tuning in the most from. Is it local, stateside, countryside, or is it global, international? And so make sure you know how to ask yourself that question. And literally, I'm going to toss the ball over to Felipe, who's going to literally finish today's segment on mastering your mission. And so, without further ado, I'm going to let Felipe hand it over to Felipe so he can hold it down for us.
All right, beautiful. Can you hear me, King? Can you hear me well? Yeah, all right, beautiful. Real fast before I even start, um, anyone who's watching this live, if you're watching the replay, just want to know, have you ever eaten food, like when you have such a delicious meal that you kind of have to stop and eat drink some water? That's me right now. Shout out to the King Julian dropping gems right now. As he always says, you got to stay hydrated. So I appreciate you, King. But before I start talking about, what I want to cover today, I want to say, and thinking about our mission, one reason why most business entrepreneurs and content creators fail in their business or in their pursuit is that they don't know how to attract new clients, customers, um, to their brand, right? The thing is, most people operate from a place of scarcity and they try to hustle, right, looking for the next sale, trying to find someone, their family, their friends, anyone within their area that don't line up to what their brand is, to what their transformation is, to their audience, right? And so I want to ask you this question, right? If you could just imagine real fast, let's say you were sick, you were feeling pretty bad, and I don't mean like you got a headache, I'm just saying like you're feeling pretty bad. Who would you go to for help, right? Who would you go to for help? You can go ahead and put that in the chat. Go ahead, right? Most of you are saying the doctor, the hospital, ER, whatever it is. The reason being is doctors, the hospital has positioned itself to be known to help people in certain situations, right? Now, to tie that into your business, into your niche, however you're desiring to impact your community. When you think of Colgate, excuse me, when you think of toothpaste, who do you think of? What brands do you think of? I think of Colgate, I think of Listerine, I think of Floss, and I think of different like Crest, right, and other ones. But when you think about your brand of what you talk about, whether you're in the finance sector, whether you're in the health sector, or if you're trying to help improve people's mindsets, relationships, things like that, who are who is your audience thinking of when they think about that? And if it isn't you, you're not setting yourself up for success. You're not setting yourself up to attract your dream customer, right? And so I want to ask you this to help you increase your lead generation, conversion, and increase your revenue, how to turn yourself into a magnet for your dream customer, right? And something that Julian had talked about earlier and even yesterday, about mastering your message, is that who are you serving? You have to get clear. And I'm not going to dive deep into this, but you have to get clear on who are you serving, right? Every expert in their field, as a doctor, or if you think of any other brand, knows who their audience is, right? When I'm feeling really bad, I'm going to go to the doctor, to the hospital, or whatever, because I know they're going to be able to help me, right? You need to be the same way with your audience. You need to know them like the back of your hand, right? You need to know what they're going through, right? What are they thinking about? As an example, if you're in the health space, right? You're trying to help people lose some weight, gain some muscle, or trim some fat, maybe work on cleansing themselves. What's keeping them up at night? Why aren't they taking action? Why do they keep self-sabotaging themselves by eating the same food that isn't good for them? And you know it as an expert, but why aren't they doing it? Right? And as an entrepreneur, business owner, or content creator, your goal is to be able to help transform their lives, right? Yesterday we talked about how you all have a gift, and I truly believe that you have a gift. The thing is, you have to position yourself as an expert so that they can come to you for help, right? And let me ask you this: how would that change your business? How would being this magnet, positioning yourself as an expert to get people to come to you, right? How would that increase your revenue? How would that change your lead generation? Right? On here, I know you all can't see it. Whoever's watching on IG and Wisdom, I have a note on here that says, "Go from a singer to the singer." Right? There's a complete difference between being a singer versus the singer. Right? Maybe you're a business owner. There's a difference between being a business owner and the business owner. Right? As I mentioned earlier, like, who do people think about when they're thinking about your specific niche or your product, right? Are they thinking about you, or are they thinking about someone else? And if they're not thinking about you, you're not set up correctly. Let me know if that made sense. All right. Let me know if that made sense. Because I'm going a little fast. We definitely want to set some time to answer some questions. But here's my next slide. Um, we and I'm speaking to you, no matter what business you're in, or as an entrepreneur, whatever you focus on, you are in the transformation business, right? You are here to help transform lives, right? And for those who can see this, I did this, little drawing. I don't know if you can see my cursor here, but it's essentially this hill with you on top. This is supposed to be you. And again, I'm not an expert at drawing, but just kind of work with it. All right. And this is you at the top. You are the expert, right? You have this gift, you have this message to help people better their life, better their health, better their relationship, improve their finances, improve their credit score, buy the home, lose weight, improve their health, whatever it is, you can do that for your audience, right? The thing is, in order to help you transform more lives in your business, you need to understand what kind of transformation you're providing. I'm not going to dive deep into this, but you need to know. Like, you need to know what kind of transformation you provide, right? There's three types of transformations. It's health, finance, or relational, or mental, right? The thing is this: a lot of people, and I'm speaking to you, right? This might be you, is that a lot of people who've been able to accomplish certain things, and now they're trying to show it to other people, right? whether it's in the finance, health space, any space. They try to explain it. They try to create content in a way that is like, this is where we're at, and you need to get here. The issue with that is, if you could just imagine your audience is at this bottom, they're at the bottom level. They don't understand, they don't think like you do, right? Where you are at the top. In order to help you transform more lives in your business, in your community, in your group, in your niche, you need to come down to your audience's level and use the same words that they use. And once you become that expert, right, of whatever that is, right, whether they're having, let's say you're trying to help them with relationships, you're trying to help them reach goals, you're trying to help them increase revenue, by reducing certain times, implementing systems, whatever. You need to know exactly what they're going through, what they're thinking, what's holding them back, and use the words that they use to help them go through this journey, right, to create that transformation, right? So in order to become the expert and help transform more lives, you need to be able to speak to your audience's needs. And if there's anything that you take from today, it is that. Like, I'm serious about this. If you like hone down, put in the work, put in the reps, and you master speaking to your audience's needs, I guarantee you that you're going to attract more people. They're going to automatically want to come to you, right? Because when I'm sick, right, and I'm like really ill, I don't question it. I go straight to the doctor. I go to the people that are there with the answers. And that's you, once you master being able to speak to your audience's needs, right? And so last thing that I do want to quickly add is, in any business, in anything that you offer, whatever it's, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a grocery store, people buy, right? And this is just human nature. People buy from brands that they know, like, and trust. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time. People buy from brands that they know, like, and trust, right? And so you have to think about, how can I build that know, like, and trustness in myself and in the brand, to let people in and help transform their lives, right? How can you do that? How can you build your know, like, and trust? Let me know if that was helpful. Let me know. Let me know, everyone. Let me know if that made sense, right? I think that's it on my end, King. I didn't want to add too much. Um, if you want to, we can go ahead and ask questions.
From Felipe, telling us literally the importance of why you should master your mission, you all. For those that are listening on Wisdom, definitely we hope that you're getting some of these jewels that Felipe and myself are dropping on day 3 of our challenge, our content creator challenge, so that we can master our mission, master our message, and master our mindset. And so we're going to go ahead and open up question and answer for any of our wisdom listeners that are listening that want to add any conversation to our discussion for today. Feel free to come onto the stage. If you're on our IG live, feel free to come on and ask any questions that you may want us to touch on, or even to drop any content tips or content hacks that you yourself do when it comes to mastering your mission. So we want to leave some time for Q&A if anyone wants to come onto the stage on Wisdom, or even on our IG live family. Don't be shy. We want to have a good dialogue. We just wanted to make it through our presentation, our PowerPoint slides, so we can leave time for discussion at the end of today's day 3 segment. And so, Felipe, while we're waiting to see if anyone has any questions for us, King, like, tell us like why it's important, even when you're establishing a business, like yourself as a business owner and myself as a business owner, with you with I Am Prosperity and myself with Smart Jewelz Enterprises. Like, why is it important for your business to have even a mission when you're creating content?
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll say two things. One is every great company. Can you hear me well? I think there was an echo on that.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
I can hear you.
All right, beautiful. Every great company that I know, right? You can go on the S&P 500, look at any company on there. I personally think of when I think of great companies, I think of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, right? Each of these companies has a mission statement, right? And so it's if you're just starting in your own journey, if you're a business owner, looking to grow, and you don't have a mission statement, I invite you to create one because, and this is not to answer your question, King, is that your mission statement allows you to focus on helping a specific group, right? Whether it's business owners, consumers, or businesses, whatever it is, right? If you're creating content one week and then you're talking, when you're creating that message and you're speaking to, let's say consumers, and then the next week you're speaking to business owners, and then the following week you're speaking to people from different niches, you're never going to be able to attract anyone. You're essentially like running in circles. You're like a dog chasing its tail, right? And so having a mission statement allows you to be able to stay focused. And not only that, but when you attract your audience, right, your community, clients, customers, whatever, they're able to see what you're about, right? It's kind of like a profile, right, of what are they about, what are they looking to do, and yeah, I mean, I would say that's the key importance. I mean, just like mastering your message, you want to know who you're speaking to, right? So with your mission statement, it allows you, it tells everyone what you're about.
Yeah, no, that's real, King. You definitely gotta make sure that you know what your mission is. You have to have a mission statement, you all, for your content, just as much as you have to have a mission statement for your business or your organization. Shout out to, again, our wisdom listeners that are getting exclusive access to day 3 of our M3 challenge and also on IG Live. Shout out to all of our subscribers that are listening for any questions or answers that we need to address when it comes to your mission. And so my question for our wisdom audience or even for IG is, like, do you have a mission? Do you have a personal mission statement for your life or even for your brand? Like, what is your mission statement? Do you have a vision statement for your life or for your brand? Let us know. We want to have a dialogue with our Q&A session. Don't be shy. This is your moment to shine, to come and drop some jewels to the conversation today. Let us know, do you have a mission statement or a vision statement? I think we got one person waiting in the waiting room to come on, Felipe. So I'm going to put them on. Let us know where you're tuning in from on Wisdom too. I see Zahara Samuels is coming on. Zahara, we're letting you in. How you doing? Zahara is coming in 2, 1. How you doing, Zahara?
I'm doing okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Zahara, and also you can drop any jewels towards your personal mission or your vision statement for your brand or for your life.
Well, the brand for my life is, being an actress, comedian, dancer, and I'm a caregiver. I'm 22 years old. I act and sing and dance, and I also am funny. And I like to do those things. So when you're building your brand, one day hopefully it'll expand. Hopefully it'll go big. I must say you are handsome in this picture. I think you're really handsome. Keep doing what you're doing, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Zahara. And shout out to you, of course, being actor, and even we're gonna even speak that you're gonna be a songwriter slash actor, and even a coach too, because I know a ton of actors that are coaches and showing others the way. So Zahara, while we still have you here, and thank you for the compliments too, like let us know, like have you considered a mission statement for your brand? Like tell us about even some people that you may look up to or businesses that you may support that have a mission statement that you identify with.
Well, I look up to my favorite artist, Aaliyah Halton. Try again. She's a Brooklyn native singer from Detroit, raised in Detroit. I'm sorry, and she just so inspirational, inspiring, and she inspired me to keep on doing music. When as far as comedy is Monique, you know, those celebrities that inspire me, including my mom, to keep doing what I love. And shout out to her. I love you, Mom.
Shout out to Mama Dukes, definitely creating the Queen Zahara Samuels, who is going to be a multi-talented artist and also even a coach and an entrepreneur to show other artists how to monetize their brand. We definitely appreciate you, Zahara, coming up. Do you have any questions that you want myself or Felipe to answer before we let you go back into the audience before we go?
No.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any comments on any of the content that we were sharing tonight that you want to say? Was it resonating with you any before we let you go?
Yes, and I applaud you. Stay tuned for his podcast, and I think you all should watch it because it's really great. He talks about building a brand and mastering your mission, and that's what we all got to do, master our mission. Also, I want to be in front home business too. So one day,
Oh, we just lost Zahara. We'll get Zahara back. But yeah, Zahara's dropping a ton of jewels, you all, on the importance of literally like knowing your skill set and also knowing what your brand is worth as a content creator. And so I think this is Zahara coming back. Zahara, what was that last point you were saying, Queen? I know she's coming back in 3, 2, 1.
Working in the front of home business, like I want to work there one day, hopefully on the own business, because when I was a teenager, I was very passionate about that. Or do makeup, you know, when I want to help ladies, you know, do beauty as well. Those are the talents that I would like to do. But you got to continue doing what you love. To want to get up and do it every day. Like Aaliyah taught me that. Like the singer, she says, you gotta love what you do to want to get up and do it every day. I say it on my podcast every time. And you gotta genuinely love what you do. If you want to master that mission, you want to master that plan, you better go out there and do it.
Woo! Zahara dropping a ton of jewels, you all. She said you gotta love what you do, and you also have to love what you do in order to become a master at your craft. Give a shout out to your podcast, Zahara, so people can follow you and we can subscribe to your podcast. Tell us what it is.
Well, you can catch me every morning at the afternoon at the Positive Side podcast. It's about where I talk about Jesus, politics, anything, arts, craft. It's a whatever podcast. Anybody can rant on there, vent with me about their day. I'm listening. So I'm all ears. So Julie, you're more than welcome, your family.
Absolutely. And where are you tuning in from, Zahara? Where can they follow you, give your social media, and also let us know where's your hometown or where you're tuning in from tonight with us?
Okay, well, my original hometown is Atlanta, and I live in Miami right now. So, you know, my Facebook is Zahara Samuels. I said slow. Zahara Samuels, and the Instagram is at the Real Queen Zah 2.
Y'all hear that? Say it one more time before we let you go, Zahara. The IG is at the Real Queen Zah 2.
Yes, with 3 H's at the end of Zah, like ZAHHH2. The Real Queen Zah, TheRealQueen Zah, ZAHHH2.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Zahara too, and we always got to give big ups to the ATL. Zahara, I'm in the ATL myself right now in Cobb County, not too far from the new Brave Stadium. But we always give love to ATL and also those who are in Miami at the bottom of the map. Felipe is in California, my hometown where I was born at, but we love the ATL, Miami, and California. So Zahara, we appreciate you rocking with us, Queen. Y'all make sure to go and follow Zahara Samuels on Facebook, and also definitely support her podcast and follow her on IG at The Real Za 2. The Real Za 2. Felipe, you had anything you wanted to add to that, King? Or you got any people from IG that's asking any questions that they want us to touch on? Let us know in Wisdom or IG if y'all have any questions y'all want us to cover.
Let me go ahead and confirm it with them.
Okay. Yeah, this is the live Q&A session with myself and Felipe. We're literally giving the floor, just like you heard Zahara come on Wisdom, to literally drop some jewels on her lifestyle of content creation in the audio and entertainment, and also the speaking space of being in that genre and that industry. But let us know in Wisdom if you are a content creator. Let us know. Felipe, you had anything?
Not yet. But I did want to ask you something, and I guess this is really to kind of add some conversation. Is what was one of your? Because I know every single day, and again, for anyone who's just dropping in day 3, you missed 1 and 2. The M3 Creator Challenge was really meant to help our business owners, content creators, and entrepreneurs to take action, right? To get out of their way and just do, right? And so after every single day, we had them do like purpose work, right? Do something that would help them get closer to become more, right? What was one of your key takeaways within this 3-day challenge? What was something that just stood out for you?
Oh man, the beautiful thing I told Felipe, y'all, when we first were talking about doing the M3 challenge, that I've always been a participant in challenges, whether it's for speakers challenges, whether it's for health and detox or health and wellness challenges, whether it's even for faith or prayer-based challenges. But I told Felipe this was my first time actually hosting a challenge, and it was a 3-day challenge, which is very easy to accomplish if you're serious and if you're engaged for 3 days. You can't be lazy as much with 3 days as you can with a 10 or a 20-day challenge, or even anything above a 5-day. And so this was literally just a springboard. I told Felipe to show how important it is to have challenges throughout the year. A lot of times we get sidetracked, we get distracted by all of the things that may occur through our families. A lot of family members may have some deaths that they're grieving off of this season. Rest in power to any of your fallen soldiers or family members or ancestors that have transitioned. Some people are transitioning with their jobs right now. Before the summertime, they're looking for a better job or better income that they can receive. Some of us may be transitioning even with our living situation. You may be going from a certain location or a certain city, and you may be in moving or in transit mode right now. And so the best thing, just like Felipe was saying, that the M3 challenge that we both created single-handedly is to really show that it takes work to do a challenge, but if you're passionate, if you love helping other people, like Felipe and myself as speakers and coaches and even educators, as we both are, then it literally can become a part of your life work. It can become a part of your tapestry for those of us who are content creators. And so it can be something embedded and interwoven into your brand if you are wanting to help people. Just like I talked about earlier in my slides, you either got to determine, are you going to help others or are you going to help yourself? Are you going to be gratifying myself as Julian Smartrimple, or even as Felipe Ronhell? Are you doing it for you, or are you doing it to help someone? Are you doing it to help others? And so that has been the most inspirational and motivational piece, King, that you and we handcrafted the M3 challenge to be able to help others and to be purpose driven and to not be self-gratifying, with this being about myself and you. So that would be my highlights, King. What about you?
I love that. Let me add one thing real fast, and I guess this is like a principle to live by, or just I guess a gem within what we covered, right? And I truly believe that there's power in proximity, right? And Julian and I, for you all, just new to meeting us, getting to know me, or either of us, we just connected this year, right? Early this year, and through our partnerships within business, and the different events that we're doing in 2023, we're going to create more impact, right? But if it wasn't for us coming together, right, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here serving you. And I say that to say there's power in proximity, right? There's things that I don't know that he's an expert at. There's things that he might not be strong at that I know more about. And see, as a business owner, right, this is for all my business owners, content creators, entrepreneurs, I invite you to stop thinking of yourself as competition to other people, and see yourself as aligning as a collaborator. Collaborate with people who can synergize with you and your business, right? Figure out ways how you can take your message, combine it with someone else's, and do more to impact more people.
Ooh, that's a jewel right there in itself, King. If I had the jewel thing like we have for RTJ, our podcast, I would be dropping the jewels on Felipe for dropping those jewels, you all. Let us know in the Wisdom audience or on IG, just like Felipe said, are you collaborating with other content creators? Are you collabing with others, or are you trying to do it on your own? That is a key misguidance that I see a lot of times, where content creators are trying to do it on their own, versus just like what Felipe said, we're both a part of a content creators community called the Realist Community on Facebook. We just met literally less than a few months ago, and Felipe is of the Latinx content creators community. His family is of Mexican heritage and Mexican culture. My family is of African American and also Caribbean descent, from Trinidad and Tobago is where my family roots are, by way of West Africa. But I live, of course, here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the US of A. But let us know, like, are you looking for individuals just like what myself and Felipe did, that are of the like synergy, that you are working in the same industry, that you are focusing on the same audience? Are you looking to collaborate with others versus over competing with others? Let us know if you want to drop any jewel wisdom on why it's important to collaborate with like-minded creators versus always wanting to compete on your own solo dolo, versus teaming up and having a team collaboration. Let us know on if you come to the stage and talk on the importance of collaboration over competition. Felipe, you got any questions? G? Anybody had anything that they wanted us to talk on in IG? Shout out to our IG wisdom. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's watching on IG. Shout out to everyone on Wisdom listening to us today. Drop your questions. Let us know if you have any questions about the M3 Creator Challenge, mastering your mindset, your message, or your mission. If not, let us know where you are in your journey, right? How can we further help you?
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know, just like Zahara did too, where you're tuning in from. Give us some hand claps or some likes if you're enjoying the last day of the M3 challenge, day 3 on mastering your mission, because it's important, y'all. We have to have a mission. If you're not mission focused, then again, you will fail ultimately, because you don't know your why. You don't know what your mission or your vision is for your content and also for your creation. We are all creators in one way or another, but we have to have focus, laser focus on what is our mission, what is our message, what is our mindset in order to create the most palatable and the most diverse and also even the most inspirational content for others to see. And so let us know on wisdom if you want to come on and chat. We won't bite. Myself and Felipe, we're here to listen, and also we're here to help. What has worked for you when it comes to mastering your mission or even collaborating with others versus competing with others? Let us know. And while we're waiting, if anyone else has any questions, Felipe, like talk about like the importance of, especially us being of the Black and brown community, you being from the Latin or Latino American community, me being from the Caribbean or African American community. Why is it important to collaborate with different cultures that may not be your native culture that you were raised in? Why it's important to collaborate across the color lines?
Yeah, yeah. I would just say, I mean, one, it helps bring awareness, right? But also, and this is just speaking to my younger self, speaking to anyone who's watching this. You know, whether you don't have to be an entrepreneur or anything on this, but like growing up, I didn't see myself, or I didn't understand that I had a gift, right? And so we all have gifts, right? And I think on my end, how I see it, I think many people from the Latino communities, don't understand that they have greatness inside of them, that they have the gift, right? That they're pregnant, like as you said, right? Um, but the reason why we have to collaborate more with each other is because we're also able to help each other get that gift out, right? As I mentioned earlier, like collaborating allows you to be able to learn from other people a lot faster, right? If you could just imagine a business, right? And I was thinking about this today. I was thinking, like, well, what can I add to really help serve you? And if you could just imagine, let's say I love to cook, and I actually do love to cook. Let's say I was like, you know what? I love to cook. I'm gonna create a restaurant, and then I create this restaurant, and then I open it up, everything, and I invite everyone, my family, all of you. You come, everyone comes. But because I don't understand the power of collaborating, I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to be the waiter, and I bring you in. I sit you down. Then I'm going to go into the kitchen, right? And then I'm going to start cooking your food and making your drinks, whatever. Then I come back, give you your food, and then I leave because I still got to serve other people and cook the food. How successful would that business be? It would fail. I would hate it. I would never be able to do that. And so understand that um, you can't, by collaborating with other people, you can speed up your process of learning uh, in tangible skills, high paying skill sets, right? And so if I'm great at communicating, or let's say Julian is an amazing communicator and I am terrible at it, but you know what, I'm really good at this thing, I can collaborate with him or with someone who has that skill set and learn from them without having to spend the entire time trying to learn it on my own, right? One thing that, and I don't want to rant too much here, but one thing that I would invite you to do, and this is like a life hack, business hack, the fastest way for you to get to where you want to be is model a mentor who's already doing what you want to do, right? And let's say you want to improve your communication skills. Go find that person and partner with them, collaborate with them, buy their service if possible, right? Learn from them rather than you trying to do it all by yourself and taking a longer time. So
Yeah. No, that's a great segue, King. I'll even add with that too is to think cross generational. A lot of times we may only stay in our generation of our community. I'm a millennial. I work with a ton of millennials, but I need to work with more Gen Zers. I need to work with more individuals who are part of the alpha generation who's coming up out of high school and even that's still in grade school or a traditional grade school right now. That's the next generation coming up. And so that's why it's always important to be cross generational with your collaboration projects. You shouldn't always just be working with people that look like you, that are the same nationality or the same racial group as you, that may come from the same domestic or demographic background as you, or the same social economic status as you. You have to be able to be cross-pollinating and also reaching across the aisle. That's one of the main hacks that many of us really fall victim of, not cross collaborating just because we don't speak the same language. Just because we don't speak the same language, not even just the same language as Felipe can speak Spanish, and myself, I'm speaking English, and I can speak a little bit of patois or speak a little bit of another language, but even speaking the same language based off of our social economic background, speaking the same language off of where our family is from. You got to be able to cross pollinate, you all. You can't be literally focusing on yourself and also where you come from, because your audience may come from a totally different environment. Just like we should know in content creators, and also in being content creators, your audience may come from a totally different background from you, but they still love your vibe. They still love your message. They still love your mindset. They still love how you are bilingual, trilingual, that you can speak across different generations, that you can speak across different audiences. And so don't shortcut and don't undercut yourself when it comes to just staying in one lane, when it is literally a plethora of people that could be waiting for your message. I'm gonna let that breathe. It's a ton of people that are listening right now to myself and Felipe, that they've been waiting on this. They've been waiting on this opportunity to get in the game of content creation. They've been waiting on having coaches and educators and speakers like myself and Felipe to literally give you a boost, give you a challenge like this. And so we're gonna be literally doing these challenges as we go throughout the next few months, as we lead up to our Prosperity Jewelz Summit. And so, Felipe, you want to let them know real quick what their homework assignment is before we tell them about the Prosperity Jewelz Summit coming up this August?
Yeah, of course, of course. So let me just throw this up real fast. Let's see. Pull up the slide on. All right. So again, for day 3 of the M3 Creator Challenge, this is it. Again, it's short, but very impactful depending on how much action you take, right? So for today's homework assignment, you need to determine your specific audience, right? You have to take time to think about this, right? That is all on you. The information is on us. The execution is on you. Go ahead on, if you're already on the Telegram group, go live and give one key takeaway. It's simple. I know it may feel a little awkward for you if you haven't done this before, but step out of your comfort zone and allow yourself. All you have to do is say, hey, what's up, everyone? Da, 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 da. My key takeaway is this. Bam, simple. The last thing is share one thing with your audience about what you want your message to be, right? Go ahead, go live, right? Depending on where your audience is. And if you don't even have a huge audience, just do it, right? By taking this action, it helps build the momentum, right? Some people like to wait until the moment is perfect, until the moon and the stars are aligned and Saturn and all these things are perfectly set up. But there is no such thing as a perfect time. The time is now, and you just have to start, right? Yeah. So that's it. That's it. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, King, but there's more after this. I definitely want to.
Oh no, King, we definitely had to get that homework assignment, because we giving action steps for people to take. We're not doing this for the giggles or for the laughs or for just the entertainment. We're doing this to build and to work, y'all. So you want to go to the next slide, King, and let them know about the masterful event we have coming up.
Yeah, of course, I got you, King. All right, so let me know if this was helpful. Like, be honest, y'all. You can go ahead and put this in the comments. You can go ahead and put this in the chat. Let us know if today, day 3 of the M3 Creator Challenge was helpful, right? Learning how to master your mission. Go ahead and put that in the comments. Let us know if you're watching this live, if you got something out of today, if you got something out of the M3 Creator Challenge, right? Just to kind of sum up some things. before we share tool sets and tell you how to, craft your message to create influence, before we go ahead and tell you how to become the expert and position yourself to attract your customers, you have to have the mindset, right? And that is so key. Let us know if any of this was helpful, right? Let us know if this was helpful. We got a couple people saying yes. Beautiful. Right. I love it. I love it. And again, we appreciate this because that lets us know that this is helping you, right? We really want to help business owners, content creators, and entrepreneurs level themselves up, right? And sometimes it just requires having that 3-day challenge, that one-on-one intimate, support. But there's more. So if you've really, got a lot of value out of these last 3 days or today, if you're just tuning in, we want to invite you to a our 5-day our 5-day Prosperity Jewelz Summit happening August 27th in Mexico. Now, again, what you see here is our summit virtually. I definitely want to invite you all to join us because not only will you be with us 5 days back to back, you're going to get access to uh, many different content creators, speakers that are going to help you learn about how to create a community, how to nurture that audience, right? How to monetize, how to be able to, create that message, right? I know within this M3 Creator Challenge, we just shared a little bit. It was literally, the icing, if anything, right? There's still more to this. This is really diving deeper into the nuts and bolts and helping you craft that message. Developing your mindset isn't just a 1-day thing. Like, you literally have to do this every single day, and we're going to cover the systems that we use to help create a community, monetize, and grow our business. So King, if you want to add anything right now, I'm going to try to pull up.
Oh yeah, nah, like you hit it on the head, King. Like when it comes to investing in yourself, this is the perfect time to invest in yourself. The borders are back open. We know everyone was very timid and very scared over the last 2 years of traveling because of the pandemic. But now people are out. They're out in the streets. They are outside, man. Like we say here in the South, like you outside now. And so you want to get outside, but you also want to be in a tropical and also a very sun-filled environment. So we're going to be traveling. For those who do want to go in person, we're actually going to be in Cozumel, Mexico, as Felipe said, this August 27th through September 1st. We're going to be with content creators, kings and queens, men and women who are wanting to provide synergy and to learn from one another, to tap into each other's talents and gifts, and most importantly, to network and collaborate. We're going to be in Cozumel, Mexico at an adult-only, all-inclusive resort to literally leave the kids at home, leave the babies and leave all of the children, and then some, leave all the kiddies, the chillin', as they say in the South, leave them at home, because you're going to be able to stay at an all-inclusive adult-only resort August 27th through September 1st, and to go in person. But just like Felipe said, we have a virtual option that is available for those who cannot make it, because we do still want you to not miss out on our speakers. We do have speakers that we're going to be hearing from who are master content creators and industry influencers. And so even if you're wanting to be one of these individuals to speak at our summit, there's still only a little bit of time left until August 30th to sign up for a speaker proposal to be one of our exclusive VIP speakers. You can just go to the link that we're putting in the comment section right now on IG Live, also on YouTube, and even on Wisdom. You can go to www.smarttraveljewelz.com to sign up to be a potential speaker at our Prosperity Jewelz Summit. And then those are all of my to-dos, Felipe. You want to walk them through what we're looking at right now on the screen?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I got you, King. Alrighty, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So what is this 5-day Prosperity Jewel Summit, right? A virtual summit. It's a full immersion 5-day virtual summit to help you become the entrepreneur who creates massive impact in your niche, in your audience, in your community, right? To be able to help transform and create revenue, right? You have to be able to provide value and impact to your audience, right? So who was this for? Who is this, who is this created for, right? It's mainly for content creators, entrepreneurs, and business owners like you, right? Understandably, this isn't for everyone, right? A key thing to keep in mind is, how are you going to embrace this process? As we're winding down on the M3 Creator Challenge, the key way to be able to grow and become is through immersion, right? As we kind of, and this is just a taste of what you're going to see within this 5-day virtual summit, is you're going to have purpose work, and you're going to be immersed in the content that we provide you to help you not only just learn these things, but implement for yourself, right? In your business, in your content, right? And so what is the final result is get ready to discover the levels of business and health you haven't tapped into. We're going to show you the science behind creating a successful product, how to create and nurture your community and monetize, right? And so I won't dive too deep into all this, but if you want, you can go ahead and look at everything on here. We do have 2 offers. Again, if you're not ready for either one, that's totally fine. But we have our VIP experience, right? I highly recommend you to take that up because it does offer more bang for your buck, or it provides more access to us. And access is important in today's dispensation of time, right? So with our VIP experience, you're going to get a full access to our online 5-day event, but you're also going to be able to network with mastermind with business owners and entrepreneurs. You're going to get bonuses, and you're going to get access to hot seats where you get to ask the speakers. You get to have Q&A time specifically with our guests and ourselves to help you implement the information that we cover. Now, if that doesn't sound like it's for you, or if it doesn't seem right, we also do have a general admission. You can go ahead and sign up in the link that we just dropped in our comments. But yeah, just to show you all, here's everything. You can go ahead and look. Let me know, King, if you want to add anything else.
Oh no, man. They hearing all the street sounds. Felipe is in California. He's outside with the sunny weather in LA, in Los Angeles. And so y'all are hearing exclusive from the Pacific Coast of Felipe out there enjoying that super sunny weather in California.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah, nah, but Felipe hit it on the head, y'all. We have multiple options to again support your education. We are just humbled servants that are wanting to help others shine and prosper. That's actually the theme of the conference. We want to help other entrepreneurs, business owners, content creators, and even those who have influence. Because even if you don't want to be a business owner, you still are someone that wants to work for a company or an organization, you still have influence in that industry. And so you are still an influencer, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. And so we're looking for those people that want to invest in themselves and also invest in themselves to be able to shine and prosper this season. And so we welcome you to join us at the Prosperity Jewel Summit, August 27th through September 1st. We have 2 options again. In person, you could join us at the Aura Secrets all-inclusive resort that is in Cozumel, Mexico. I know, Felipe, you and your fiance even went to the resort. Tell them real quick, for those that want to come in person, how they can enjoy the secret Aura Cozumel all-inclusive resort, just real quick before we go.
I got you, King. So if you've never been to Mexico or any beaches out in Mexico, many people think of Cancun, right, or Cancun, but Cozumel is an amazing place to go. Where we are actually, as Julian mentioned, at Secrets Aura. It is a adult only resort, all inclusive, so you get access to whatever you desire, all foods, different types, all day drinks, right? And so we definitely want it to be an amazing experience for us, not only as business owners, like as content creators, right? We want to provide value, but we are going to implement times to enjoy ourselves, right? To allow you to be able to live in the moment and experience everything, right? Where the resort is literally right in front of the beach. So where we will be is essentially right in front of the beach. And then one thing that we're going to do with it's within the works is there's a beautiful place out where we're staying by, and it's called Cielos. You can go ahead and look this up if you've never heard it. Check it out. Essentially, the waters there are so clear that the reason why they call Cielos, if you can kind of translate that to English, is that it looks like the sky, right? And many people would say that Cielos, or at least where we'd be going, is like one of the what is it the one of the world's wonders, right? It just isn't included in what they have, but it's a breathtaking a resort to be in. It's going to be an amazing experience because you're going to as a business owner, content creator, entrepreneur, you're going to level up. And as I mentioned earlier, there's power in proximity, right? Being able to collaborate and be around an environment of people who create content, who have businesses, who know how to create a message that can attract your audience, who can help you be able to increase revenue, improve conversion, right, and allow you to increase that revenue, right? It's going to help you in your business. Not only that, but that could also be a way to connect, right? If you join us in person, you're going to get direct access to us, and maybe we can create partnerships in the future. But
Absolutely. So as y'all heard, Felipe just explained, he himself was at the resort with he and his fiance, and so he gave you a snapshot of what to expect, especially if you are a speaker. This is an easy tax write-off. If you're someone that wants to be an attendee, this is an easy tax write-off for investing in your education, your self-education. We are both firm believers that if you're not self-educating yourself, then you're not taking your brand or your mission or even your talents or your gifts serious. And so we're all about networking and net weaving, as one of my mentors, Keith Knows, says, to be able to network and net weave with like-minded content creators, influencers, and also global change agents. And so feel free to join us again at the Prosperity Jewel Summit, August 27th through September 1st. 2 options, virtual or in person. Either way, you'll be blessed and also be uplifted and elevated by the content that we are producing. And we're very transparent. Myself and Felipe, we talk about this all the time. This is our first annual Prosperity Jewel Summit. Our first annual Prosperity Jewel Summit. And so you can be a part of history by being on this first summit that we're going to be going on excursions. Even Felipe was explaining where we'll be not just learning, we're actually going to be having a good time, kicking back and having fun. We're going to be having exclusive networking brunches and VIP brunches for the speakers, and also dinner, VIP dinner for the speakers. And you get a ton of other benefits. We're even going to be soliciting certain honorariums for speakers that really are investing in their trip and investing in their talents to share with others. You could even get paid for your talents. How many summits or events have you spoken at for free 99 and not been paid for your service? All they gave you was a free badge to get free access. Maybe you got a little bit of free lunch or breakfast or coffee here, but no, we're investing in you as a speaker, especially if you want to be on the speaking trail to share your talents and your gifts with our international audience, because we're not in the US with this. We're going to Mexico, and this is only the first one. we're going to be traveling to other places in the near future. And so we're over time, you all. We've already shared a ton of jewels for our last day, for day 3 of the M3 challenge. This is the first of many challenges leading up to the summit. And so stay connected with myself and Felipe on IG. You can follow my business at Smart, Jewelz, Smart Jewelz Enterprises, or you can follow myself, King Jewelz, Jewelz Speaks. You can follow Felipe Rangel on IG at _RANGEL.Felipe, which is spelled FELIPE, Rangel.Felipe on IG. And then you can sign up for our exclusive virtual or in-person content creators summit, the Prosperity Jewels Summit, at www.smarttraveljewelz.com. And those are all of our parting words. Shine bright, prosper like the diamond jewels that y'all were created to be, because y'all know myself and Felipe are going to prosper and we're going to shine. The question is, are you going to shine with us, or are you going to be afraid to share your talents and your gifts with your audience and also with the world? And so we'll see y'all at the next session for our next content creator challenge. But go and follow us, go support us, and definitely track with us on Wisdom and also on IG for our next sessions, you all. We'll see y'all at the next Content Creator Summit. Next time, Felipe, you got anything you want to add in parting real quick?
That's it, King. You killed it.
Absolutely. So y'all go and stay tuned with us. Y'all go and follow us on all of the platforms that we listed, and we'll see y'all at the next Content Creator Challenge, y'all. Stay blessed, stay hydrated. Peace.